Hello everyone. I think I'm frugal, but when it came to my third project, I had a tough choice: rent, borrow, or buy a plate compactor. After trying all three, here's what I've learned and why I ended up owning this used JPC-80 plate compactor. First, let's check the rentals. Home Depot starts with $70 for 4 hours, or $400 for a week, and over $1,000 for a month. At those rates, even a few days of renting would cost more than half of the price of a used machine. And since I have no idea how long my project would take, renting felt risky. Then, luck struck. My neighbor offered to lend me his. But here's the thing with DIY projects: you never stick to the timeline. I thought I would start right next day, but weeks passed and the compactor was still sitting there, and my neighbor needed it back before I even got started. Lessons learned: borrowing only works if you're ready to work right now. So I decided to buy one. First, I tried the RP auctions a couple of times, but kept getting overbid. The price wasn't that great, but you run the risk when you buy from auction. Finally, I scored this used JPC-80 for $650 on Craigslist, just $50 less than a new Harbor Freight model, but with no tax. Sure, it needed some TLC, but for a project stretching over months, renting would cost me well over $1,000. Another compactor is a jumping jack. Those things start from $1,000 and up, often used by pros. Most homeowners choose a plate compactor. Now let's see some actions and the problems I had to deal with to operate this plate compactor. You should add moisture to the ground before you compact. However, that also creates an unintended consequences. I noticed something funny. I know the plate is supposed to be flat, but I see two streaks here. Lo and behold, take a look at here. See this? So the plate needs some cleaning. I know I'm not supposed to turn the gasoline engine sideways. Hopefully just a couple minutes. Let's see here. There you go. Ouch. Alright. I'll let the fluid flow back for a couple minutes. Two important lessons here. One, don't flip the machine sideways while it's running. Some fluids may get into the wrong place and wreck your machine. Two, if you have to turn it over, clean the bottom. Shut off the engine and let the machine sit upright for a couple minutes before running it again. Big mistake to turn the engine sideways. I see oil even dripping out of here now. Engine was seized, oil in the carburetor is totally screwed up. I didn't know better. I didn't know it was such a big deal. Just turn it sideways a little bit and clean the plate. It looks like it's running fine now. Moral of the story: don't mess with the engine if it's running fine. You still see oil dripping out of here. It's funny, I don't know if the camera caught it. This one thing flew off. Luckily I saw it. Huh. Interesting. Too much vibration. That's the whole purpose of the compactor, is to vibrate. This thread is totally destroyed. It's like a bolt. So my hunch is the nut, which is welded on, maybe damaged it as well. Let's see if we can screw it on. If not, oh man, it becomes a big project. I have to remove everything and cut that nut out and weld it back on. Weld a new one. I bought a new nut just in case. I hope I don't have to do that. I'm not prepared for this. Let's see here. This is a couple of hours after multiple trips to the store. So, good news, I think this is the bolt. The bad news is, I think this is gonna come out no time. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, for now, we can go back to work. Well, turns out this is not the last problem I had to deal with the compactor. I suppose a compactor vibrates. By design, it's going to destroy itself at some point. Yeah, I've been working on compacting the dirt. This plate compactor stopped. And this is not the first time. Last time it's just a bolt that can be fixed very easily. And even that took me a couple hours to find the right parts and everything. But now this time, the engine will run. I heard some kind of weird noise. Then the vibrator stopped, so it's not vibrating. And also I found some pieces like this on the ground. As we speak, I noticed there are smaller pieces like this here. I think they came off this machine. It must be some sort of a belt. It's shredded. So even if I can fix it, this is gonna be like a half day or something, because I have to troubleshoot to figure it out. What's the problem? Take it apart, find the replacement things. At least a half day, a day is taking. Man. I'm not much of a mechanic at all. I don't know how to fix things generally, like repair cars or things like that. But when you work with heavy equipment, you're gonna have to learn to maintain the equipment or maybe fix the machine. So this looks like a piece of belt that's broken, because the engine still runs, but it's not vibrating. Look at this shape. I figured if it's a belt, it must be here. This is the engine, and it goes under there, doing the vibration thing. So let's take it out and see what we can find out. Plastic cover, so it's not. Lo and behold. So, wow. Wow. Donkey Super 829, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Napa store. Well, 5 stores, 2 hours after. I got 2 belts. It's not cheap, like $30 for these 2 belts. Now I need to figure out how to put it on. I'm gonna give it a test. I'm gonna stay on the other side of the machine in case anything happens here. Get back to work. There you have it. Owning a compactor isn't always a smooth sailing. These machines live in the dirt, shake themselves to death. and break down. But even with repairs, buying used saved me money. And now I own a machine ready for future projects. Heavy equipment is never cheap, whether you rent or buy. But if your project drags on like mine did, or you need it again, buying used can pay off in the long run. And hey, if you got a generous neighbor, maybe borrow it. Just don't wait for 4 weeks to start. Thanks for watching. Let's learn it. Let's do it.